How's it, everybody? Celtic here. We are back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are playing around with ELR, Five Guys Burgers and Fries. The ELR Carnival Super Saiyan Goku finally got his EZA, and we are in the Festival Battles. We're running our double Vegeta and Trunks team here, and it's going to be an interesting one. We'll say that. This is going to be really interesting. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we're going to do our best here. So let's go ahead. He's on the other rotation, so we got to kind of play it well here and get him over here. There we go. Let's actually do this here. Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and do this. So we already reset here. So we know that the super is in front of Vegeta and Trunks here, so we're gonna be completely safe on this turn. We'll probably transform the LR Super Saiyan 4s on the next rotation. So what we want to try to do to set up, obviously, is get that active skill Gogeta turn with the LR5 guys active skill turn. But we'll see how this goes. It's really going to kind of depend. But I think it should be fine. There we go. There goes the super on the LR5 guys. So it is post super on the Vegeta and Trunks, which means we should be fine here. It is a yep. There we go. Right, remember, we're dealing with a 13 million super here. There we go. All right, we've pretty much stacked up where we can on everybody that needs to stack. So I'm not too concerned there. I think the big concern is going to be getting everybody set up so we are in a safe position. You know what I mean? For the final phases. Because unlike other runs we've done where we can keep Blue Goku and the the 4s on rotation, we're not going to be able to do that here because the 5 guys need to stay on in order to maintain their build because they do stack. So. Excellent. Okay, so, I mean, we're doing decent chunk of damage here. Perfect. All right, excellent. I was a little bit worried about Goku, but it looks like we did stack up enough. Okay, here. So we got him on rotation now, and I do love that orb changing. It's very, very helpful. We can see that the super is on LR, is in the 3rd slot, so that'll be good for us. So, all right, so 3.8 million defense is kind of what we've gotten to with him here. So we're going to go ahead, and we're going to do this number. And we're going to do this, and I just want to see where we're at. Offensively here. Okay, that didn't really... Okay, well, that'll be better. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, we should do enough damage this rotation. Yeah, and if not, we'll use an item next turn. We might have to swap into Vegeta to ensure we kill, but we should be good here. So let's go ahead, let's grab that with Gogeta, and we'll prey on that counter. There we go. All right, but this should be enough. Or Gogeta, actually, I mean, so if Gogeta counters, we're fine, I think. If Gogeta counters, we're fine. I think what might screw us up is if that I should probably have paid more attention, is if that super attack is the 1st slot attack, which it looks like it might be. If it is the 1st slot attack, then we're canceling it and not countering. There we go. All right, so we're up to 70 mil, and we haven't used his active skill yet. This will be interesting. Excellent. All right, we get an additional stupor for an additional snack. Now we do get the 24 key, which means we should have one more. We might proc our hidden potential additional here, which will be nice. we do. Okay, so we are maintaining stacks, which is important, and I really like that he has the Scouter effect. That's going to play really well into the next phase, the Daima phase especially. Okay, so hopefully, and remember on the super attack effects here, he's actually going to boost Gogeta here. Ooh, beautiful. We got some good stacks on them. Yeah, that offensive stack there really helpful. Yeah, I'm thinking we're about to cancel that super. Okay. I mean, we kind of want to stall because we do want to make sure we get that Dokkan attack in the Daima phase. Oh no, it's not the super. Okay. But we do get the counter. Very nice. Perfect. All right. So we didn't need the item after all. Okay. All right. So now a little bit curious where that super attack is. So we're going to super attack Fish here because that's going to determine how we set up the next rotation here. So let's go ahead. Let's do that number. Let's find out where the super attack is. Okay, that's good. No supers. That's crazy. I would not expect that. All right, hang on. Alrighty, so we went ahead and we re-rolled here. So looking at the defense here, 2.8 with guard on Vegeta. Can he tank the normals? What are the normals in the Daima phase here? Let's pull that up real quick. I want to say it's like 5 million, but I want to confirm here because the ifs, it's been a while actually since we've done a festival run, not since the Gohan, I think was the last time we did it, the superhero Gohan. So let's take a look here. Festival of Battles and the normals here on the Daima Goku. It is 5 million. That's what I thought. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and use our attack boosting items here, just to ensure we get the. Because I'm looking at that, I'm a little nervous on that. Oh, actually. Do that. Let's focus down Glorio, because Glorio is always the problem. Okay. There we go. And that should be enough. Hopefully. Hopefully. Right. It's very interesting that there's no super attacks here. Alrighty. I mean, it doesn't really, honestly, like, it doesn't really matter that Vegeta and Trunks do damage to Daima Goku, because they're not going to do any damage to Glorio at all. So, honestly, it's really not that big of a deal. But looking here, okay, not liking the placement of no Dokkan attacks, though, that's for sure. Definitely not liking that. Okay, and so now we're going to start targeting, there we go, 125 million there. Okay, that should be good. Now, I am a little, geez, of course, this guy never crits. Granted, I think I gave him more additionals than I did crits, because he has guaranteed crit on his active, when we do the Vegeta active, but still, it's still annoying that he never crits. Maybe I'll adjust his potential. I don't know. I'm still finding having the additionals is better, especially for when I like to switch into Vegeta. Okay. Perfect. Okay. It might have been enough without the items, but looking at the placement of the Dokkan attack here, we might not get what we want. Okay, so there's the 2 super attacks, which is nice. Okay. All right. Let's grab. that, and so we'll focus down Glorio here. No, Vegeta and Trunks should be fine here, and then we'll get the Dokkan attack on the next turn. All right, this is perfect. All right, which means the setup that we wanted is actually going to occur. The setup we wanted is actually going to occur during the AGL phase. I guess it doesn't really make a difference. Obviously, we would prefer to have it happen during the tech phase, where we can be a little bit safer. But, well, we'll see what happens. Alright, so yeah, they should tank Diamond Goku Super here. Perfect. Glorio Super, see, that's crazy. I almost never have them both Super on the same turn, let alone in the same slot. Nice, we get a dodge, I'll take that. Let alone in the same slot. So 100 mil, and again, we haven't used that active skill yet. So that's nice. Excellent. All right, so we get another super attack here. We're actually doing pretty decent damage. All right, and our Vegito is primed and ready for that offense that we're gonna need from him. And it does look like we might actually kill Glorio before the Dokkan attack. I don't think I've ever done that before. Okay. Oh, but that's nice, because now we can almost guarantee, yeah, we can almost guarantee, where's that? No? Oh, yeah, oh, actually, yeah, no super. Okay, so I'm thinking, we got Vegito coming in on this, don't want to put him here. Are we going to do enough, though? That's my only concern here. I don't think they're going to do enough with the Dokkan attack. That's my only concern. What if we do this number and float off the blues? That might be the way to go. Right, so that way we have a Fizz-type Dokkan attack, because I'm a little worried we won't do enough letting Vegeta and Trunks do the Dokkan. But then, well, they're fine for the normals. What about, okay, what if we switch into Vegeta here, right? Will we have enough defense? So that's my concern, right? We'll have enough offense, but will we have enough defense? In case we don't kill. That's a tough one. Yeah, it might be best to do this number. Let's just go ahead. I think this is our call here. Yeah, okay, I know what to do. Okay, we'll keep them. Yeah, okay, I think this is called, and then we'll float off the Vegeta and Trunks, and then on the next turn, yeah, okay, we got this. There we go.
Time to get serious.
Yeah, I think we need the. I'm just a little worried that the offense isn't there for if we do it. Because remember, he's got 800 million HP. If we can't do 800 million in this turn, we're in trouble. There we go. Yeah, okay, I think that was the right call. That was definitely the right call. There we go. And then I think with Goku and Vegeta, we might be able to get this. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we got the setup we need. Alright. So, crazy. Okay. Alright, so we got the turn we want here, and we can actually safely float them off, right? Because... What is the super... What is their normals here? Normals 7 million. Yeah, so we'll be good on the normals here to float them. Okay, so let's do it here. Then we gotta survive a turn. What if we transform into Gogeta, but don't... This is tough. Okay, well, let's see. We got one more. Yeah, okay, so this is the 3 turns here. Well, regardless, we're going to transform Gogeta, right? Regardless, that's happening right now. But the question is, do we do the active skill now, or do we wait till... No, yeah, let's just do it now. Okay, so let's do the active skill here. Yeah, let's just do it now. Alright, so we can see here, pre-active, this is what we're looking at. Look at that. That boosted us over 8 million, almost to 8 million defense now. So let's go ahead and let's use his active skill. Alright, nice. We did a decent chunk there. So now, theoretically, we could, with 8 mil defense, and how much damage reduction does he have? We have 50% damage reduction with 8. No, actually, that still wouldn't, because no guard, that still wouldn't be enough. So actually, no, we just got to go ahead and keep going on what we're doing here. So let's do that, right? So I'm going to protect those Fizz Orbs for the Gogeta on the next turn. And then let's do that number. Okay. Okay, so this actually is going to be a pretty crazy turn. Oh, okay, we got to finish this quickly. If we die in the Vegito phase, we die in the Vegito phase, honestly. But I mean, I guess it would be kind of cool if we don't. It would be kind of cool if we don't. But I think it's going to depend on how much damage we end up doing here on this turn. Obviously, I don't think we're going to kill here, but we very likely could kill on the next turn. There we go. And then, so now he's going to Super R Gogeta, which we will tank here. And this is a 23 million super? 24 million super. 24. There we go. Okay, and so obviously 24 million, even with 50% damage reduction, we're not tanking that with an STR type with no guard. If we had guard and 50% damage reduction, we actually could. 150 mil, not bad. So after everything we put him through, right? I think if we had Vegito, if we could have gotten Vegito on the turn 2, we could have had a really nice setup here, but that's okay. Alright, but pretty decent amount of damage, to be completely honest. Excellent. All right, and we are able to tank we are able to tank the normals here with our defense, which I mean I guess it makes sense. We have 8 million. It's only a 7 million normal, and we have 50% damage reduction, so it essentially it covers the type advantage there. Very nice. Okay. Alright, so we are very likely to kill on this turn. But what I'm going to go ahead and do here... how's our defense looking? Pretty good, actually. If we swapped into here and did this... But what I'm going to do here... okay, I'm going to grab... Oh, no. We're going to pop the Vegito here, is what we're going to do. Or don't. What if we do this? You should tank in slot 1. I think it's... Nope. Okay, that one's still going. If we do this, we should tank in slot 1. Right? Yeah, he should tank in slot 1. And do this, and then we can be a little more protected in the final phase here. Let's try it. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, because if we don't kill this turn... Well, actually, we might kill. But if we don't kill this turn, what we end up with is... We just basically end up making sure we don't have to deal with 3 super attacks with the 5 guys, which is kind of what I want here, because that's going to be dangerous. All right, 2 million on the Gogeta here. Not sure. I think the super attack's the first one, so I think we're canceling the super. Which I guess is good. There we go. Get an additional... Oh, no, we don't cancel. All right, we want to counter here. Yes, we get... Wait, did that count? I don't know. I've never seen it do that before. Usually it doesn't show. Okay, we are countering. All right. Okay, actually looks like he might be dead then. We might be in trouble here. Oh, maybe not. Blue Goku does butt damage, so maybe we don't kill here. That's good if we don't. Okay, we are finding ourselves in a really good position to ensure that we can get that Vegito Vegito active skill turn. There we go. Oh, Blues, you about to make me... Wow, how did you fail both dodges? All right. All right, so let's use our other item here. Let's grab that with him. We'll keep 5 guys on because he's still... I mean, it's still probably going to be better than keeping Gogeta on. And I'm pretty sure Vegeta and Trunks can still tank the super pre-super. We might take a bit of damage here since it's pre-super. But we should be able to kill. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. Alright, so all that means now is the final phase, which we are going to just go ahead and drop the Vegito bomb and call it a day. Maybe we'll get lucky and get one more 5 guys attack in. Oh, Vegeta, never mind. Vegeta and Trunks decided that today is the day that they're going to show off. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, obviously, like, he's not tanking either one of these supers with the 7 million defense we've gotten here. All right, perfect. So now we can bust out the... Who's coming in? Yeah, okay. Yeah, actually let's get Vegeta and Trunks off because it's gonna be better to have a counter on next turn with these guys. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's drop the Vegito bomb. There we go. We get that. And then we'll get a nice little attack here with these guys. Perfect. Alright, and now let's let Vegito do Vegito things. Yeah, it is still fun to run. I mean, well, maybe it's not. I shouldn't say maybe it's fun to run festival battles, but it is fun to let when you get your own Vegito out in these fights where you can get him out and just let him, right? Because even when he's not fully festivaled out, right? If you've got a long event like in the Gammas, for example, right? If you got a long event where you can get him stacked up a little bit, he's still dropping nukes with those counters, right? Especially if the boss attacks a lot. So I'm hoping in the 11th anniversary fights, whatever we get there, well, we can actually still have some fun with him. Look at that, we're already popping 80 mil counters, 90 mil counters, 97 mil counters, 99 mil counters. And remember, it's times 3, right? Whatever you see there is times 3. All right, there we go. And so our Gogeta gonna go ahead and pop off. And so on the next turn, assuming we don't kill here, which is a big if, right? Big if we don't kill here. We have STR, we have the Goku and Vegeta's active, which of course we're going to use the Vegeta active for the extra offensive support here. There we go. And now we just start melting that HP bar, right? Now we're breaking 100 mil on our counters, right? And so with 2 billion HP, or is it 2 billion or 2.5? It's 2 billion. Yeah, okay. There we go. And now Vegeta and Trunks. Wow, are we actually not going to kill here? We might actually not kill here. Crazy. Well, no, there's a bunch of... Actually, there's a bunch of slot 3 attacks. Okay, we should be good. There's a bunch of slot 3 attacks. We're probably fine, right? Oh, God, are we good? There we go. All right, we got another 100 mil counter. We're dropping bars here. Look at that. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, okay. We're going to come close. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. There we go. So there goes the final super. So look at that. But yeah, I am the only person, I swear, that can have that kind of luck where every single time I do this event, I get the triple spread for the... Yeah, so we didn't kill. Damn it. Okay. Actually, we got this, bro. We got this. Let's do that. Yeah, okay. And let's pop the active here. Oh, okay. Never mind. I didn't think that was going to kill. But all right, we'll take it. Okay. So there you go, folks. There is the LR Five Guys Burgers and Fries, the Carnival LR EZA Super Saiyan Goku from the plan to eradicate the Saiyans. Don't mind the 10-hour run there. I started last night and then fell asleep and then continued on today. Well, actually, I think it's more than 10 hours. I think that's just the max that it can display. But we did it, all right. Not bad on a double Vegeta Trunks. Nothing crazy, I mean, which makes sense. He's not a stacking character, so he's not going to get super crazy numbers. But 150 mil towards the end, it's not the worst we've seen in festivals by far. I think we could have gotten a little better if we had Vegito or the STR Vegito on rotation with him. But, you got to do what you got to do when it comes down to those rotations while also balancing that Daima phase. So still worked out pretty good, still pretty fun. And enjoying this guy's EZAs. I know a lot of guys aren't too hype on them, and I get it, but I do think they're a very solid EZA. Outside of the Cell Max fight, they do rock most fights pretty good, and I think that's pretty much all you can ask for, you know, for a unit like this. And so I can't wait to see how they handle other Carnival EZAs after this guy. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, how are you feeling on the LR5, guys? I don't know if I'm going to do the full grand tour with him. I might just do a couple of the artificial life forms, red zones with him and call it, especially since, I mean, the thing is, at this point, we're moving into the 11th anniversary. The meta is going to shift drastically. So I might just wait for the rest of his grand tour and do it with whatever the new Part 1 11th anniversary fights, because I think that'll be a better showcase of what the intent was behind his EZA. I think so. So that's probably what we'll do. So make sure you stay tuned as those new fights drop. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching and aloha.